వెల్కమ్ టు హర్షిత్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ యూట్యూబ్ ఛానల్. ఏపీ మరియు తెలంగాణలో బెస్ట్ కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ యూట్యూబ్ ఛానల్గా ప్రజెంట్ హర్షిత్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ డెవలప్మెంట్ అవుతుంది. అలానే మంచి మొబైల్ యాప్ కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్స్కి హర్షిత్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్, దీంట్లో ఫ్రీగా అన్నీ ఉన్నాయి, చూసుకోండి.
Welcome to Harshit Institute. Today we are learning about the important events regarding our current affairs part. In this current affairs, first of all, in this COVID-19, this COVID-19 is a fifth recession of India. Since independence in 1947, India has faced four recessions according to Reserve Bank of India (RBI). The recessions occurred in 1958, 1966, 1973 and 1980. These are the most important things. Next, the recession is defined as the fall in economic activities of the country along with the decline in the salaries, income and employment. India has so far seen four such negative GDP growth. In 1958, GDP growth is minus 1.2%. In 1966, 3.6%. In 1973, minus 0.32. In 1980s, GDP growth is 5.2%. So, this is the now we are facing the fifth recession, that is because of the COVID-19. Next, World Investment Report released by UNCTAD. On June 16, 2020, the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD. What is the meaning of UNCTAD? United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. Recently, it has UNCTAD. Recently, it has released World Investment Report 2020. World Investment Report 2020. According to the report, India is the ninth largest recipient of FDI in 2019. FDI means foreign direct investments. So, it is the ninth place India occupies. India got the ninth place among all countries. Key findings of India. What is the importance of this report? According to the report, the FDI of India has increased from 42 billion US dollars to 42 US dollars. 42 US dollars in 2018. And 42 billion US dollars to 51 million dollars. In 2019. So that's why India got the ninth largest recipient. Now, in the region of Asia, India was among the top 5 countries. If you are comparing only Asian countries, in the limits of the Asia countries, India is the fifth place. India got the fifth place. In the worldwide, India got the ninth largest recipient of FDIs, foreign direct investments. The report says that the investment in digital sector of India was highly promising. The investors of India in the first quarter of 2020 concluded details that were worth of 650 million US dollars, and the majority of the details were in digital sector. Next important event, Institute of Management Development released World Competitive Index. The Institute of Management Development recently released the World Competitive Index. India ranked 43rd in the ranking. Listen very carefully. Institute for Management Development released World Competitive Index. The Institute of Management Development recently released the World Competitive Index. India ranked 43rd in the ranking. Highlights. In 2019, India was the 43rd ranking. Since 1989, India had ranked 41 in the World Competitiveness ranking. However, it slipped to 45th rank in 2017 and secured 44th in 2018. The continuous low ranking of India is mainly due to poor infrastructure and insufficient educational investment. According to the ranking, India has improved in long-term employment growth, foreign currency and reserves and foreign currency reserves and overall productivity. Education, on the other hand, India had a decline in taxes, and really the GDP growth also slowly it was increased. Because of that one only, India got in 2019, India got 43rd rank. So that is also most important thing. Next, fifth state of matter observed by NASA. Very, very important. Fifth state. Fifth state of NASA. Here totally we have, till now we have only 4 states. Only 4 states. Solid, liquid, gas and plasma. These are the 4 states. Now the NASA was invented the 4th state. It found the 4th state also. So the NASA, National Aeronautics and Space Administration. NASA means, we know very well it is a name. NASA. NASA. NASA means National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Scientists in the International Space Station unveiled the first results of Bose-Einstein condensate experiments under which the particles can be manipulated free from earthly constants. Here, what is the fourth? The fourth we know very well. Fourth one is the plasma. The fifth one is the BEC. The fifth one is the fifth matter is BEC. The fifth state is BEC. Bose-Einstein condensate were predicted by the Indian mathematician Satyendranath Bose and Albert Einstein almost a century ago. The BEC is state of matter that is typically formed when a gas of bosons is cooled to temperature close to absolute zero. Then only we can find out this fifth state, the fifth matter. So already we have 4 matters are there. This is the fifth matter. There are 4 states of matter: naturally, solid, liquid, gas and plasma. The 4th state of matter called the plasma was described by the, it was invented by the chemist Irving Longmuir. Irving Longmuir. You have to remember that the great chemist, he got the Irving Longmuir. He was invented the 4th matter of plasma. It consists of a gas and ions. Next, the fifth state of matter is the BEC. Please keep it in your mind. It is very, very important. BEC is the fifth state of matter. The BEC is the fifth state of matter and was created by the scientists 25 years ago. When a group of atoms are cooled to absolute zero, then only we can get this one, the fifth state of matter. Next one, Indo-Nepal sign MOU. Indo-Nepal sign MOU. Here MOU, Memorandum of Understanding. Recently, India and Nepal, the both countries were signed on Memorandum of Understanding. Okay, on June 15th, 2020, India and Nepal signed a Memorandum of Understanding to improve infrastructure of the Pashupatinath Temple Complex. Very, very important issue. Recently it was happened. The both countries, India and Nepal, both countries were signed on an agreement understanding of memorandum. Both are signed on the occasion of the Pashupati Temple Complex. The next highlights of this one. The memorandum of understanding was signed between the Federal Affairs Ministry of Nepal and Indian Embassy. Under the agreement, India has a pledge to extend financial assistance of 2.33 crores. The project is to be implemented by the Kathmandu Metropolitan City. The project was implemented by the Kathmandu Metropolitan City. India is to assist to constructing and sanction facility to the temple complex. Sanitation, facial and all facilities for the temple, especially for the temple only, the Indian government had given some amount of rupees, that is 2.33 crores. This is the assistance to the Nepal government, especially Nepal government of Kathmandu Metropolitan City. In that Kathmandu Metropolitan City, one famous temple was there, that is Pashupatinath temple. For the construction of the Pashupatinath temple and the remodelation of that Pashupatinath temple, India gave some assistance to the Nepal government. It is also very, very important. Next, importance of the Pashupatinath temple. The Pashupatinath temple is the largest temple complex in Nepal. It is the largest temple complex in the Nepal. It is located on the Bharamati river of Nepal. The Bharamati river is in the Nepal. The temple is one of the UNESCO World Heritage Site. So it was one kind of heritage site recognized by the UNESCO. UNESCO means United Nations Educational, Scientific, Cultural Organization. It was recognized. This temple was recognized by the UNESCO. Okay. Next, it was located near the Bharamati river. The Pashupatinath temple was in the Nepal. It was located near the Bharamati river. Okay. Bharamati river. The river is considered a holy river. It should be considered as a holy river. Which river? Bharamati river. For whom both of them means both Hindus and the Buddhists. For both of them, this is the very famous river and it is a holy river for them. The river flows in India and Nepal. In both countries, in India and Nepal also, the Bharamati river flows. It is a tributary to Kosi river. India and Nepal issues. The Nepal Parliament recently passed an amendment bill to redraw. It's a political map. It's political map. We know very well. Already we heard in the news, and already we read in the newspapers also. What the Nepal Parliament recently passed an amendment bill to redraw. It's a political map. The map is in this new map is to includes Kalapani, next Lipulek and Limpiadhura. These places was included in their new map. These reasons are disputed and are claimed by both India and Nepal also. So this issue is going on. Whatever it may be, we have to remember all these things in our current affairs course. Pashupatinath temple and Bharamati river. These two are very, very important issues. Next, Supreme Court recently issues a notice over a health insurance for a mental illness. On June 16, 2020, the Supreme Court of India issued a notice to the Insurance Regulatory Development Authority IRDA and the Union Government on providing health insurance for mental illness. Already in the one notice was there. Previously one notice was given to the insurance companies, but they are not implementing this kind of insurance to the mental health sufferers. Here, that's why the health insurance cover for the mental illness people also. The Supreme Court gave another order to the insurance companies. You should give the insurance to the mental illness people also. That is very, very important. That's why Supreme Court recently sent the notices to the insurance companies. At the same time, Government of India also. Next, GOI report, Government of India report, average temperature in India to rise by 4.4 degrees Celsius. The Ministry of Earth Sciences recently released its report, Assessment of a Climate Change over Indian Region. According to the report, the average surface temperature of India could increase up to 4.4 degrees Celsius by the end of 2100 compared to the temperature between 1975 and 2005. If you are comparing in between the 1976 and the 2005, the temperature was increased. In 2100, we will be going to be reach 4.4 degrees more temperature. That means our temperature, Indian temperature will be increased 4.4 degrees Celsius. Recently, the Ministry of Earth Sciences, it was released this matter. Okay, next one. June 17th, World Day to combat desertification and drought. Desertification and drought. June 17th, World Day of combat desertification and drought. Every year, the United Nations observes World Day to combat desertification and drought on June 17th. This year, the day is observed under the theme. The day theme is food, feed fiber, the links between the consumption and land. The links between the consumption and the land. The World Day is the World Day to combat desertification and drought is observed focusing on changing public attitudes towards land degradation and desertification. This is also most important. 17th is the most important day. You have to remember that one. Next, ceramic trains. We know very well, so many times we are discussing about this one, ceramic trains in previous classes. Ceramic trains generated nearly 360 crores revenue to the government of India, to the railway department. The railway board recently informed that the Indian Railways has carried 4,450 ceramic trains so far, carrying 6 million migrant workers, generated revenue of rupees 360 crores. So that is very, very important. The railway board recently informed that the Indian Railways has carried 4,450 ceramic trains, so far carrying 6 million migrant workers, generating revenue of 360 crores. The average fare of ceramic special train was around 600 per ticket. That is, the average fare is 600 per ticket. So the revenue seems bigger. The railways collected only 15% of cost of operations. The operating cost of a special migrant train was around 75 to 80 lakhs. So whatever it may be, recently the railway board was announced, because of the ceramic trains, the Indian Railways got 360 crores revenue. Okay, then next important issue is the first time India sends tri-services country. Tri-services, that means tri-services means here three departments means here, namely Army, Navy and Air Force. The three services sent to these three services recently, they are decided to go to USSR, Russia. Russia. Why? Just we have to discuss about. I will explain why these three services or these three departments, why they went to Russia. India is to send its tri-services contingent of all three services, namely Army, Navy and Air Force, to Russia. Why? They want to be, they going to be celebrate in the Russian Victory Day Parade. Victory Day Parade. Every year the Victory Day is celebrated on May 9th. However, due to the COVID-19 crisis, the parade was postponed. The parade is held every year to mark the surrender of Nazi Germany in 1945. Because of that only, every year May 9th, the Russian government is going to be celebrating. The Russian government is celebrating the Victory Day. On that Victory Day, every year, we are only army forces are going and participating in that Victory Parade. But this year now, the three services are participating in Russian Victory Day Parade. Okay, these are the most important current affairs topics. Just you have to remember and you have to keep it in your mind. These are very, very important. Okay, thank you very much.